Hello viewers, my name is Chase Clover, and I am here to bring you a video as to who I think the USW character Enigma is. Now if you hear some pounding or whatever, and some noise behind me, that is because some neighbors of my apartment here are doing some work, and so there are people who are coming in and out of my house and out of my apartment to help them with their construction. I've already allowed them to do that, so if you hear any interruptions during my video, then I apologize, and just know that that's the reason why. Now, this video is entitled, Who is Enigma? Now, if you've been watching USW over the past few weeks, the Enigma character has had a lot of promos being done through USW Wednesday Night Intensity. That airs every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central, on the organization's website, www.uswwrestling.webs.com. Now, this Enigma character has not been revealed as to who it is. My prediction is that this Enigma character is someone on the roster right now whose alternate identity is Enigma. I have a few possibilities which I will tell you during the mid to end of this video, but these are some clues as to whom the Enigma character may be. Now, in the promo video that has gone on the April 9th and the April 16th, 2014 edition of USW Wednesday Night Intensity, has had the Enigma video promo come up. Last week it appeared out of nowhere, which I believe at the top of the show just appeared out of nowhere. And as to last night, the Enigma promo came after Kyle Reese announced that Enigma would debut at USW Call to Greatness 9 on April 27th, 2014. In the video, he states at the end, "I am an Enigma. I am the Enigma." He also says something about that his persona will be gone, and when he says something about his persona, that usually means a face or a heel. A face is a good guy, a heel is a bad guy. This must mean that he is a face. It is the more likely possibility, because the Enigma character does not seem to me at all like a face. He looks like he would be a heel from the get-go. Now, the reason I think he is a face is because it is easier to turn a face to a heel than it is to turn a heel to a face, because if you turned a heel to a face or a bad guy to a good guy, you'd have to have a lot of time. It'd have to take over, in this case for USW, a weekly basis, have to improve his fan reaction and crowd reaction, which would take likely 5 to 6 weeks tops, or at most, or that's actually average, 5 to 6 weeks. It takes a lot of time to turn a good guy or a bad guy to a good guy, whereas turning a good guy to a bad guy, you can do one simple thing, and you can turn a face to a heel in an instant. Like with the WWE, you had CM Punk pulling the GTS on The Rock weeks before WrestleMania 28 or 29, I believe. And that signified him as a heel, even though the WWE took it a step farther and had him over a weekly basis turn into heel, and also do a lot more things to make sure that the viewers thought of him as a heel. One thing that they did was had him trash talk the commentators, and that kind of put him over the top as a heel. But a heel from making a good guy to a bad guy is way easier than turning a bad guy to a good guy. So therefore, I think it'd be easier to have them be a face, and I think the USW crew knows that. So, if he has a face, then the face is right now, and this is only a list of what it is at the current moment after the April 16th, 2014 edition of USW Wednesday Night Intensity. This list may change along the lines, but the faces right now are Alex Martin, Ash, James, Titanfall, Philip Akron, Corner Greyhound, Brandon Stickler, BP Fierce, Prophecy, Lane, Tom and Chris Ross, CED, D-Dog, Dwayne Porter, ED, Azarank Hills, Royal, Crimson Red, Dustin Raymond, Kyle Reese, Bay W, Mojageta, Jay Lawn, Vicious, Rain, Scene Shane, Marshall, Simon J, Yo-Yo Joe, Zach Hardy, and Morbid. Although Dustin Raymond is on the verge of becoming a heel character, which means he may no longer be in that list based on maybe even a week after this video, because if he is turning into a heel, then he is just on the edge of becoming a heel, one inch further, and he's a heel. Now, it is not revealed yet if he is a dark-skinned person or a Caucasian, which means a black or a white person. That does not rule out any different races, because he has a mask, face paint, body paint, and gloves on, and the rest of his body are covered with clothing articles, which means there is no part of the body that is viewable, that is revealed with a skin color, which makes it harder for people to see whether he is a Caucasian, which is a white, or a dark-skinned, which is a black person. However, he looks in the video as there are 2 or 3 moments in those two videos, where he is seen, his full body is seen, his height and clothing articles and everything. He looks to me in those parts of the video 5'6" to 6'6", which rules out Titanfall, Philip Akron, Tom and Chris Ross, Azarank Hills, and Morbid, because those men are all 6'7" and above. This also probably excludes C-show performers, because it would be very hard and also very pointless to build up that much hype for people at the lower ranks of the totem pole, as you would say, because C-show performers, if they were to be boosted up, then that means they would be boosted up for a very specific reason. And if you saw a C-show performer being boosted up, then you would know they're doing it for some reason. And it would be very obvious that they would be boosted up, because they would have matches on repeatedly. They would have on matches on a more often occasion, and they would have a lot of fan hype and a lot of merchandise being sold for them, which would be obvious that in this case they would be built up for the Enigma character. Now, being C-show performers, that also excludes James, BP Fierce, CED, D-Dog, ED, Royal, J Lawn, Scene Sheen, Marshall, and Simon J. Although James, BP Fierce, CED, D-Dog, and ED are all people who are in C-show who are being built up slowly, which means it could be that could make the point of the built-up being for Enigma, but it's probably not going to happen because they're not being built up as fast as it would take for them to be the Enigma character. Now, as I move on, Enigma would probably be a B-show performer at least. He would not be a C-show performer. It would be at least a B-show performer, if not an A-show performer. If Enigma is a B-show performer, which he probably is, he would possibly take Zeus Fitzgerald's place, who was released in February of 2014. Or no, March of 2014, February of 2014, I apologize. If he is not somebody on the roster, which I highly doubt he's not. Which means he would not take the place of somebody on the roster because he would already share that spot with the other character whose alternate identity is Enigma. My probabilities for who Enigma is. My top three are Zach Hardy, because he has said that he takes the Hardy part of his ring name, Zach Hardy, from Jeff Hardy. His real name is Zachary John Serra. Jeff Hardy was known in both the WWE and in TNA as the Enigma, or as an Enigma. He has also tweeted about liking the look of the Enigma character, and also saying he would have to get past him if he would like to be more popular and noticed. Canon has started to fall out of the title opportunity line, which seems as though USW would have to, look for him as a new, fresh start, which means he could also take over the Enigma character as a way to start over again. Cannon's real name is Zachariah O'Leary. And my top prospect as to who Enigma would be, and you can hear more information about the video that's already been posted up, is Derek Carter. Because, if possible, he won't return as Derek Carter, but he would return as Enigma. He would return as Enigma without starting out as Derek Carter, and then possibly transition back into Derek Carter as he would find some way, and so would USW's staff and talent booking production crew, to fade out the Enigma character and bring back Derek Carter. He would return to USW as Enigma and possibly transition out of Enigma into Derek Carter and fade away Enigma forever. But if he is Enigma, then that means he has definitely signed back with USW, even if it hasn't been reported yet. Because Enigma has already been announced that he would debut, which means that Enigma will debut. So if Derek Carter is Enigma, that means that he is signed. And because it's already guaranteed Enigma will debut, that means that Derek Carter would be guaranteed to have already signed back. Because if he hadn't signed back, and if it hasn't been already signed and had a done deal, then Enigma wouldn't be Derek Carter. But Derek Carter hasn't announced whether he is joining back with USW or whether he is not. Now, he would have definitely signed back with USW, because they wouldn't cut so many promos and make such a big hype if it wasn't guaranteed, which it already is guaranteed. Derek Carter is my number one choice until proven otherwise. Derek Carter has wrestled in Whacked Out Wrestling, Ultimate Showcase Wrestling, and Stardom Wrestling Organization as Derek Carter. He has also wrestled in CPW, Connecticut Pro Wrestling, as Charisma, although he cannot return as Charisma because CPW has already took rights to that ring name, so Charisma is Derek Carter's name only in CPW. My prediction is he would debut at USW called Greatness 9 and attack either Zach Hardy or Morbid in the match and end one of their streaks. That would bring Enigma as a big hype and a big character if he ended one of those streaks. My prediction is that he reveals himself as Enigma at Bulletproof 7, which is coming up this November 2014, as Derek Carter to win possibly the USW title or the USW World Heavyweight title. I'm Chase Clover. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching, viewers. I'm Chase Clover, signing off.